If you've been eyeing the next big thing in full-frame mirrorless cameras, the Nikon Z7III and Sony A7V are probably on your radar. Both cameras aim to push the limits of what's possible in the high-resolution space, and they seem targeted at advanced enthusiasts and professionals who care about detail, speed, and versatility. While neither is officially released just yet, there's plenty to dig into based on what we know from the past and what these two brands typically aim for. Starting with the heart of any camera, the sensor. Nikon seems to be going big with the Z7III. Rumour has it we could see a sensor pushing 90 megapixels. That's double the resolution of the current Z7 II, which already delivers incredible detail. If Nikon really does bump it that high, this would place the Z7 III in a league similar to medium format in terms of resolution, but with the benefits of a full-frame body size and lens ecosystem. Sony, on the other hand, is likely to continue with its more balanced philosophy. The A7V may offer a sensor in the 44 to 50 megapixel range, which is still plenty for everything from portraits to landscapes, and won't require as much processing power or storage as Nikon's 90 megapixel monster. If you want sheer resolution for huge prints or commercial work, the Z7 III could be your tool. However, if you want high-quality products without a headache in workflow, the Sony A7V might be more practical. This is where things get interesting. A higher resolution sensor often struggles in low light because each pixel gets smaller, and smaller pixels gather less light. Nikon may try to offset this with an improved processor, maybe a next-gen X-Speed chip, or by using a stacked sensor design for faster readouts and better noise handling. Sony already has a reputation for great low-light performance. Even with high megapixel sensors, they've figured out how to keep noise low. So even if the A7V sticks to 45 megapixel, you might get cleaner high ISO images compared to a 90 megapixel Nikon Z7 III, especially in dimly lit situations. Both Nikon and Sony have been pushing hard into hybrid territory, meaning cameras that perform well for both stills and video. Nikon made big strides with the Z6 III, so the Z7 III is expected to follow that trend. You can probably expect 8K video recording, maybe up to 60 FPS, along with 4K at 120 FPS. Nikon's Z series already supports internal 10-bit recording and ProRes RAW, so those features could carry over too. Sony isn't one to sit back though. The A7 line has become a favourite for content creators. The A7V should offer 4K 120 and likely some form of 8K as well. What gives Sony an edge is its colour science and autofocus in video. If Sony refines the overheating issues that affected earlier A7 bodies, the A7V might be the more reliable choice for long-form video shooting. If you're a videographer, both cameras offer powerful tools, but the Z7 III might push a bit further in raw specs, while the A7V could shine in usability and workflow. Sony has long held the crown for autofocus performance, with fast, accurate subject tracking and intuitive AI-based features. Eye detect autofocus for humans and animals is practically flawless on recent Sony models. So it's safe to assume the A7V will bring refinements to an already strong system, maybe with better vehicle tracking and predictive AI. Nikon has been catching up fast. The Z8 and Z9 show that Nikon can now deliver reliable real-time tracking and subject recognition. The Z7 III will likely inherit a version of this system, with more AF points and faster detection. In terms of burst speed, Sony could offer up to 30 FPS using its electronic shutter, which would be ideal for sports, wildlife, or any fast-moving subjects. Nikon may come in a bit lower, perhaps 20 FPS, but again, that's still impressive considering the massive resolution the Z7 III is dealing with. When it comes to ergonomics, Nikon tends to deliver a more DSLR-like feel. The grip is deep, the button layout is intuitive, and the menus, while dense, are consistent with their DSLR heritage. The Z7III should retain that comfort and might add a tilting 4-axis touchscreen like we've seen on recent models, which helps both photographers and vloggers shoot from any angle. Sony bodies tend to be more compact, and while they've improved ergonomics over time, some users still find the grip a bit cramped, especially when using larger lenses. That said, Sony has come a long way in refining their user interface, and the A7V could continue that trend with a better menu system, touch controls, and improved customization. Both cameras are expected to offer robust builds. Nikon's Z7 series already offers full weather sealing and a magnesium alloy frame, which makes it suitable for shooting in tough conditions. Sony has also stepped up durability in its latest releases, and the A7V is expected to follow suit with better sealing and a stronger chassis. For professionals working outdoors or in extreme environments, both should be more than up to the task. In terms of memory card slots, Nikon is likely to continue the dual slot approach, probably with one CF Express and one SD UHS 2 slot. That gives you flexibility and speed, especially if you're working with 8K video or large RAW files. Sony typically supports dual card slots as well, and recent models have included compatibility with both CF Express Type A and UHS 2 SD cards. We could also see newer USB-C or even USB 4.0 ports on both cameras for fast file transfer and tethering. Wireless connectivity like Bluetooth, 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and better app integration are almost guaranteed at this point. Sony's NP-FZ100 batteries are legendary for good reason. They last. If the A7V sticks with this system, you can expect strong battery life, especially for stills. Nikon's EN-EL15 batteries have improved too, but a 90-megapixel sensor and 8K video could be demanding. We'll have to see how each brand handles power management in these new bodies, but Sony may still have the slight edge in efficiency. While we don't have official numbers yet, Nikon's Z7III will likely be priced as a flagship high-resolution model. Think somewhere above $3,500. Sony, if it stays true to the A7 line, might position the A7V around $2,500 to $2,800, depending on how many features they include. So, if you're a commercial shooter, landscape photographer, or print-focused artist who needs resolution above all else, the Nikon Z7III is likely your dream tool. But if you want a more balanced all-rounder with excellent autofocus, solid video features, and a reasonable price, the Sony A7V is probably the smarter choice. Both the Nikon Z7III and Sony A7V represent the next evolution of their respective lines. Nikon seems to be swinging for the fences with raw resolution and pro-level video specs, while Sony continues to refine the formula that's made the A7 series so successful. Great image quality, fast performance, and reliable usability. You can't go wrong with either, but one will likely fit your workflow better than the other.